Yamaha has just unveiled the new Tracer 9 models, and we're in for a real electronics extravaganza for 2025. All the new features and details are in this video. We're continuing with the latest releases for 2025, now focusing on the Tracer 9. 5 different variants have been announced, and I hope I can cover it all, as there's an overwhelming amount of new electronic tech here, some technologies that have never been seen in the motorcycle market before. First, let's look at the non-electronic aspects, which are much simpler. For example, the engine remains the CP3 inline 3-cylinder, delivering 119 horsepower at 10,000 RPM and 93 Newton meters of torque at 7,000 RPM. So, no changes here. The frame, a Delta Box aluminum frame, also remains mostly unchanged. At the rear, there's a subframe made of steel, now 150 grams lighter and 50 millimeters longer, aiming to provide more space for both the rider and passenger overall. The ergonomics have also been slightly adjusted. We now have a new positioning and adjustments to the handlebar, footrests and seat to enhance comfort further. For instance, the rider's seat has been reshaped. It's now flatter but has thicker padding for added comfort. As a result, the seat height has increased to 845 millimeters. However, Yamaha notes that the front of the seat has been made narrower to reduce the leg reach, making it easier to touch the ground. Overall, the new Tracer 9 models are designed to be more accessible despite the slightly higher seat height. Additionally, the seat can be adjusted by 15 millimeters in 2 positions. Moving on to the suspension, it's from KYB as before. All Tracer 9 models feature adjustable suspension. However, starting with the GT models, the Tracer 9 GT and Tracer 9 GT Plus, they come with the semi-active KADS KYB automatic damper system. This electronically controlled suspension integrates continuous data from the IMU, such as lean angle, load, acceleration and speed, to enhance performance. The damping is adjusted based on the riding conditions, and this system is crucial as it works together with many other advanced technologies also on board. We'll get to those in a moment. First, I'd like to mention the tires. The wheels are now slightly lighter thanks to what's called spin forge technology, and they come fitted with Bridgestone T32 tires as standard. Despite all these updates and redesigns, the weight has not significantly increased. Before we dive into the tech behind the suspension, let's cover the new look and fairing. You can clearly see it's a Tracer 9. The design elements and styling are quite similar to the previous model, even though there's now considerably more going on at the front. Nonetheless, the fairing has been completely redesigned and developed, having been shaped in a wind tunnel. We also have a new windscreen on the Tracer 9, adjustable in 10 steps with a 50 millimeter adjustment range. The GT and GT Plus models feature an electrically adjustable windscreen with a 100 millimeter range, making it 25 millimeters higher at its maximum position and 25 millimeters lower at the minimum compared to the Tracer 9's windscreen. Additionally, the GT models have a spoiler at the bottom of the windscreen for enhanced wind protection and reduced turbulence. Thanks to the modifications in the fairing, a larger steering angle is now possible, reducing the minimum turning radius from 3.1 meters to 2.9 meters. There's also a small compartment on the right side with a USB port where you can store and charge your phone. And now, since we're at the front, let's take a look at what I think everyone notices first: the impressive headlight array on the front. You can see that besides the headlights, there's also this matte area positioned in the center. That's the radar unit. The Tracer 9, especially the Tracer 9 GT and GT Plus, comes equipped with numerous radar-based systems. The most prominent is, of course, the adaptive cruise control, which many other manufacturers now also offer. This system maintains a set distance, automatically braking or accelerating to match the flow of traffic. Yamaha introduced this adaptive cruise control last year, and it's now available on both the GT and GT Plus. There's also a gentle overtaking assist feature integrated into the system. This means that when you activate the turn signal, the system gradually accelerates, helping you change lanes smoothly and overtake the vehicle ahead. It will also automatically brake if the vehicle in front gets too close. First, it uses engine braking and then the brake itself with the suspension adjusting through semi-active regulation to prevent brake dive. Another radar-based system is brake assistance. With adaptive cruise control, the bike brakes on its own, but only gently. When riding normally, the bike will never brake by itself. However, if you're already braking, meaning you've preloaded the brake and started decelerating, and the radar detects an obstacle ahead, whether another vehicle or something else, and determines that you would collide if you continued braking at the current rate, the system will enhance braking force to increase deceleration. Additionally, there's a combined braking system. This system uses various parameters to calculate the optimal braking distribution. For example, if you initiate a stronger braking maneuver, the system recognizes it might be an emergency stop for maximum deceleration. If the rider doesn't engage the rear brake, the system will activate it automatically. It can also work in reverse. If you use the rear brake, the front brake might be applied slightly as well. However, this isn't always the case. The system has specific parameters to detect the current situation, such as lean angle, the beginning of a curve, the apex, the curve's exit, and so on, and adjusts accordingly. The fourth system utilizing radar is called the distance warning. If the distance to a vehicle ahead falls below a certain threshold at a given speed, a warning appears on the display. The fifth system is the blind spot warning. There's also a radar unit at the rear that alerts you when a vehicle is in your blind spot. All of these features were already available on the Tracer 9 GT Plus. Now we come to the groundbreaking new technology never before seen on a motorcycle: the adaptive matrix LED headlight system. If you look at images of the GT Plus, you'll notice a small device directly below the windscreen. That's a camera, a small camera that constantly monitors natural light sources, weather conditions, and other vehicles. Moving down to the large lighting units, these are multiple low and high beam LEDs connected to this camera. Based on what the camera detects, the lighting is adaptively adjusted, directing the beam very precisely and dynamically changing brightness. This is intended to provide optimal illumination at night, even with surrounding traffic. The system also adjusts based on lean angle, meaning the light beam shifts depending on whether you're leaning or riding upright. It has 3 sensitivity levels and can be manually adjusted as well. Sounds very exciting. We'll see in the first tests how well this actually works. I already briefly mentioned the display. Now, all Tracer 9 models come with the beautiful 7-inch TFT display, which was previously only available on the GT Plus. So the old split-screen Tracer 9 display, what I used to call the Squidward display, is now officially a thing of the past. Through this display, you can control all the systems. There's also smartphone connectivity, standard on the GT and GT Plus models. Additionally, with a suitable subscription, you can use Garmin 3D navigation displayed directly on the screen. Now let's quickly cover the general electronics, which, as absurd as it sounds these days, are no longer unique features. We have 5 riding modes: Sport, Street, Rain, and 2 customizable modes. There's also lean-sensitive ABS, lean-sensitive traction control, wheelie control, slide control, and starting from the GT model, a standard quick shifter with blipper functionality, Yamaha's 3rd generation. This means you can downshift while easing off the throttle or upshift with the throttle closed. Next up is another technological innovation from Yamaha, the so-called YAMT system, an automatic shifting system. While it's not entirely new, having been introduced a few months ago for the MT-09, it's now available as an option on all Tracer 9 models for 2025. If you want to know more, we have a video and a report online. Essentially, the clutch and shifting are controlled electronically with only shift paddles on the left handlebar, similar to paddle shifters in a car. What was first available on the MT-09 with the YAMT system and now also comes to the Tracer 9, at least on the GT and GT Plus, is a keyless system. This enables keyless operation of the ignition, fuel cap and steering lock. Additionally, the side cases, which are standard on the GT and GT Plus, can also be unlocked, opened and removed keylessly using this system. The Luggage includes standard side cases on the GT and GT Plus models. Additionally, there is now the option for 34 or 45 liter top cases, which may fit more easily thanks to the extended rear section providing extra space. The load capacity is set at 193 kilograms. Now for pricing and availability, there are a total of 5 models, as we have the Tracer 9 with and without YAMT. In Austria, the base model starts at 13,899 euros, which is about 500 euros more than the 2024 model. The Tracer 9 YAMT is priced at 15,399 euros in Austria. The Tracer 9 GT without YAMT costs 17,699 euros, and with YAMT it's 19,199 euros in Austria. Finally, the Tracer 9 GT plus YAMT, Yamaha's flagship, starts at 21,199 euros in Austria. So that was a lot of information and a ton of electronic systems. Now I'm curious, what's your opinion on the new Tracer 9 lineup? What do you think about the look? What about the features? And how about the breakdown of this now quite extensive model range? I'm eager to hear your thoughts, so drop them in the comments. And if you have any questions, please post them down there as well. If you enjoyed this quick news video, give it a thumbs up. We'll definitely see each other again soon, as tons of exciting new releases are coming in every day. So stay tuned. Things are happening live now, before, during and after EICMA. See you soon. Take care and goodbye.